If you're investing resources into Kayla, glyphs, artifacts, skins, all of it, without a clear priority order, you're bleeding progress you can't get back. This is the exact build path: skills, skins, items, glyphs, artifacts, Ascension, in the order that actually matters. And here's the twist most players get wrong: her strongest artifact isn't the one everyone reaches for first. Before we continue, a quick reminder for Hero Wars Alliance players on Android. Huawei AppGallery has 2 July promotions you won't want to miss. First, Huawei AppGallery has been nominated for the Pocket Gamer Mobile Games Awards 2026 in the leading App Store Experience category. If you've enjoyed using AppGallery, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a few seconds to vote. Voting is quick, free, and closes on July 20th, so be sure to cast your vote before July 18th. You'll find the voting link in the description below. Huawei has also launched the new Summer Playground campaign, where you can save up to 25% with coupons on eligible purchases. If you're planning to pick up emeralds or any bundles this month, it's worth checking out first. You'll also find the campaign link and the official AppGallery Discord in the description. Thanks for your support. Before we get into the order, here's why Kayla matters right now. Front lines are getting tankier, and heroes like Electra are the reason why. If your team can't punch through anymore, you don't need more power, you need a different plan. That's where Kayla comes in. Her entire kit is built around one job: skip the front line completely and kill the backline before the fight is even decided. That's not a side benefit of her kit, that's the whole design. Every stat priority in this guide exists to make the jump hit harder and land faster. Her rise in Dominion tracks directly with tanks like Electra becoming more common. As front lines get harder to break head-on, more players are looking for a hero who doesn't have to break through at all, and that's exactly what Kayla does. She sidesteps the problem completely, jumping straight to the backline, and taking out the real threats before they matter. That's what makes her one of the sharpest counters to stronger front lines right now. Let's get into exactly how to build her. Kayla's first 2 skills scale off physical attack, and her third skill, the Fire Element 1, doesn't scale off a stat at all. That's actually useful to know, because it means physical attack is doing double duty. It's not just powering one skill, it's the shared stat behind both of her scaling abilities. No split priorities, no guessing. Physical attack drives everything that actually scales. If this kind of breakdown is helping you build smarter, hit subscribe now. This is exactly the kind of guide we're putting out every week. Kayla has 4 skins, and here's the priority order. Cybernetic skin comes first, because it feeds physical attack directly into her core stat, same stat driving all 3 skills, so this is the most direct upgrade you can make. Default skin is next, giving agility, which matters because agility also converts into physical attack, so it's a secondary route to the same payoff. Then solar skin for health, which buys her survivability on the jump in, because getting to the backline means exposure, even briefly. And finally masquerade skin, which gives armor. Cybernetic leads because it feeds her main stat directly, everything after that is support, in the order that supports her the most. Items are simple. Every rank gives you 6 slots. Prioritize physical attack items first in each rank, then fill out the rest of the build from there. There's no hidden trick here, it's the same logic as everything else in this guide, just applied slot by slot. Kayla has 5 glyph options: physical attack, agility, health, armor penetration, and magic defense. Priority goes physical attack first, then armor penetration, then agility, which doubles up since agility also feeds physical attack, making it a 2-for-1 pick even though it's listed third on paper, then health, and magic defense last. Straightforward stack, no surprises, and it follows the exact same physical attack first logic you've seen in every section so far. Now here's where most people build her wrong. Kayla has 3 artifacts. Chakram of Scorching Frenzy is her unique artifact, and it grants physical attack for 9 seconds. Sounds like the obvious pick, because it's unique and it's a big burst of her main stat. Defender's Covenant gives armor and magic defense. And Ring of Agility gives a flat 6,249 agility. The real priority is Ring of Agility first, because that agility converts straight into more physical attack, which is the stat driving every one of her skills, and it does it permanently, not situationally. Defender's Covenant comes second, because once her core damage stat is locked in, survivability is what lets her actually stay alive long enough to use it. And the unique Chakram, despite sounding like the flashiest option, actually comes last. Its bonus only kicks in for 9 seconds after a skill use, while the ring is feeding her core stat constantly, fight after fight, whether you're mid-combo or not. A 9-second window sounds strong until you compare it to a stat that's always active. Ascension follows the same logic: prioritize physical attack first, then fill out the rest of her Ascension tree from there. By this point in the build, that shouldn't be a surprise. That's the full priority path for Kayla: skills, skins, glyphs, artifacts and Ascension, all built around one stat and one job: get to the backline, and hit as hard as possible when she gets there. Keep thinking deeper. Keep testing smarter. Salute and friendship.